The Name War, a Dvar Torah for Parashat Tisa. Beware, this Dvar Torah keeps far away from Pshat sources. One of my less harmful insanities, at least as far as I'm concerned, is an additional source for my wife's fear of pregnancies. Beyond my obvious desire that my children have biblical names and the understandable drive that they contain Hashem's name and the inevitable fact that at least one of the names will also be related to Beit David, as years and children progressed, it had become apparent that we have almost all the letters of the Hebrew Aleph Beit when combining all the names of our family members. So it is only natural that our seventh child will be called Jehoshaphat Pinchas, and so we could complete without deviating from any of the parameters are two missing letters, Tet and Samich. Isn't that true? Well, it turns out that according to my wife, this was less true, and Elisha Nachshon is now walking around free and happy without the coveted letters. But have no fear, a man like me does not give up that easily. I was very excited to find reinforcement in the form of Chizkuni, who brings the following statement. The fragility of the first tablets was due to the lack of one of the letters of the Aleph Beit, the letter Tet, as in our family, and in the second tablets, things were corrected by adding the words Leman Yitavlach to the commandment to honor your father and mother. Or, in other words, I'm right. This leaves only two challenges. One, what is the Chizkuni's source? And two, is there any chance of convincing my wife that I'm right? Well, it was a bit discouraging to read Chizkuni's compiler's comment that he couldn't find a source for Chizkuni's commentary. What was encouraging, though, was the fact that he did refer us to the Gemara in Masechet Baba Kama, which says the following. Rabbi Chanina ben Agil asked Rabbi Chia bar Abba, why did the first tablets not have the word Tov as opposed to the second tablets that did? He told him, since they ended up breaking. That is, you can't write that something's good if you know it'll end up breaking, which is a point worth making, but it doesn't promote me in my quest to proving I need all the letters of the alphabet. And here's where I disagree with the compiler and argue that perhaps there is a partial source in the Yerushalmi's translation of our verse. And he tossed from his hands the tablets and broke them at the foot of the mountain, but the holy letters within them escaped and flew to the heavens, and he screamed and said, it is a pity for the people who heard from Sinai from God, thou shalt not make an image and likeness, and at the end of 40 days they made a meaningless image of a calf. When the translation says here is that breaking the tablets caused the sacred letters that were in them to fly away. And there's another partial source, the words of the Gemara in Masechet Brachot. Rabbi Yehuda said in the name of Rebbe, Betzalel knew how to combine the letters that created the heaven and earth, adding that letters create. If we combine all three sources, Baba Kama Brachot in the translation, it is possible to reach Chizkuni's conclusion that letters create. The first tablets lack a letter, that it was added to the second tablets, perhaps allowing them to break in the first place, and that the sanctity of the letters escaped from the tablets when broken, or perhaps even before. Meaning we should have all the letters of the alphabet. So I'm left with only the second question. Is there a chance that my wife will also agree that I'm right? And the unequivocal answer is, time will tell. If you agree with me, or for some reason with my wife, you're more than welcome to leave a comment below and pass this video on to a friend. I am Jovi Holtz, one who loves Tanakh.